माता पिता के प्यार से बढ़कर इस दुनिया में कोई और दूसरा तोहफा नहीं है. So we have 3 such set of parents here, who have overcame unsurmountable challenges, and yet, they raised a very proud and confident individuals as their children. And so without much ado, I would first like to introduce Monica, one of our panelists. She is mother of a 23-year-old young daughter, Sonali. She is also one of the founder members of CIPA, which is Central India Parents, Cleft India Parents Association, sorry. And this organization helps and guide parents of children born with cleft. So, Monica.
Welcome, Monica. Thank you. Thank you. Am I audible? Okay, I am Monica Malhotra. So I'm a working professional and I'm proud parent of a 23-year-old girl, beautiful, independent working girl, my daughter Sonali. She is now working with ad agency at Mumbai. तो मैं सिर्फ अपनी जर्नी यहाँ शेयर करना चाहूंगी. इट वॉज नॉट ईजी 23 years बैक, जब हमारे पास कोई साधन नहीं था, कोई अवेयरनेस नहीं था, कोई मोबाइल इंटरनेट नहीं था. व्हेन दिस ब्यूटीफुल गर्ल वाज बोर्न, इट वाज शॉकिंग फॉर अस. इट वाज वेरी शॉकिंग कि ये क्या हो गया, क्यों हो गया. सबके क्वेश्चन शुरू हो गए, तुमने ग्रहण में क्या किया कि ये ऐसा हुआ, बिटिया के साथ होंठ क्यों कट गया. बहुत क्वेश्चन सुनने पड़े, ताने सुनने पड़े. लेकिन उस टाइम इतना समझ आया मुझे और मेरे हस्बैंड को कि जो करना है अब हमें करना है. हिम्मत जुटानी है, बच्चे को सपोर्ट करना है, इलाज करवाना है और आगे बढ़ना है. तो हमने उस बच्ची के साथ हमने हॉस्पिटल जाना शुरू किया, डॉक्टर से मिलना शुरू किया. वी अंडरस्टूड कि क्या सर्जरीज का प्रोसेस रहेगा, देयर विल बी नंबर ऑफ सर्जरीज. लेकिन हम आगे बढ़ते रहे. तो मेन इसमें जो हमें ये समझ के, अब सब पेरेंट्स को ये समझना है कि आपको आगे बढ़ते रहना. सर्जरीज कराना आसान नहीं होता. बच्चे को सर्जरी रूम में जाते देखना, वहां से आते देखना, स्टिचेस के साथ बहुत तकलीफ होती है. लेकिन हमें रुकना नहीं है और बच्चे को बहुत प्यार और केयर देते रहना है. धीरे धीरे आगे बढ़ते ही रहना है. बहुत तकलीफें आएंगी, रात को जागना पड़ेगा, पोस्ट ऑपरेटिव केयर, एक हफ्ता आपको इतना ध्यान रखना है कोई इन्फेक्शन ना हो, आपको दवाइयां टाइम से देनी है. किसी भी चीज को आपको बोझ की तरह नहीं लेना है, उनको प्यार से बड़ा कीजिए, उनमें वो कॉन्फिडेंस भरिए. धीरे धीरे वो जर्नी, इट विल बिकम पार्ट ऑफ योर लाइफ. आई वॉज वर्किंग ऑल्सो, इट वॉज नॉट ईजी. आई यूज टू टेक स्पेशल लीव्स, रेगुलर चेकअप्स के लिए जाना, रेगुलर डेंटल ट्रीटमेंट्स के लिए जाना. ये था कि बस आगे बढ़ते जा रहे थे, बिना सोचे बस आगे बढ़ते जा रहे थे. और अब उसके बाद हमें इतना सपोर्ट मिला, हमें अच्छे डॉक्टर्स मिले. डॉक्टर करुण है यहाँ पे, डॉक्टर पुनीत हैं. दे सपोर्टेड अस, दे वर विद अस. डॉक्टर्स का सपोर्ट मिलता है, कुछ अच्छे फ्रेंड्स, कुछ अच्छी ऐसी एनजीओज मिल जाती है जिनका सपोर्ट मिलता है. एंड देन आज वी आर प्राउड वेयर Sonali has reached, and she's a very she's an independent girl working in Mumbai all alone. बस इतना ही मैं कहना चाहूंगी कि आप लोग पहले अपनी हिम्मत बनाइए. खुद हिम्मत रखेंगे तो ही आप आगे बढ़ पाएंगे.
Thank you so much, Monica. I'd just like to through this. Mr. Kuchal is the founder member of an organization called Chirantan. It has a long association with Smile Train. हम इनकी संस्था के थ्रू बहुत सारे हमारे पार्टनर हॉस्पिटल्स को इन्होंने मदद दी है कि दूर दराज के इलाकों में पेशेंट्स को इकट्ठा कर सकें ताकि उनको संपूर्ण तरह से उनको क्लेफ्ट केयर हमारे साथ मिल सके. So welcome again, Rajiv. Then we have Himani ji and Jatin ji. They have a lovely little 11-year-old Mishika, and they are and very, very generous supporters to Smile Train. We are very happy to have you here.
We would like to और आपका बहुत बहुत स्वागत है आप सभी का यहाँ पे एंड आपकी जर्नी हमारे साथ शेयर करने के लिए बहुत बहुत थैंक यू आई मीन धन्यवाद आप सभी का सो सबसे पहले हम ये जानना चाहेंगे कि व्हाट आर द चैलेंजेस यू नो दैट यू फेस्ड एंड हाउ यू ओवरकेम दोज चैलेंजेस एंड मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंटली how did you ensure a morale boosting environment for your kids? So we'll start with Jatin and Himani ji and then Rajiv ji and then Monica. Yeah.
Thank you, Smile Train, for giving us an opportunity and platform to share our views on the Cleft. So it was not easy when we got to know when my daughter, we got to know at a prenatal stage that she was having Cleft. So it was really shocking for us at that point of time. So, but gradually there was support from our family, and we also got to know at that point of time that my cousin brother, who is just 1 year younger to me, he also had Cleft. Though I was not aware at that point of time that he had some problem with the nose, so we thought that it is by birth. So what Cleft was, we got to know at that point of time. So it was not easy, and then we consulted many doctors and all, and then
which needs to happen at 10. So those are a few landmarks which were told to us by doctors and which are very well available over internet. So if those things are, I guess, followed, and with today's technology, there's like no looking back, and everyone can have a very healthy and a normal life. But from Mr. Singh's session, there's a very good takeaway, which I am definitely going to go back and ask my daughter if someone has ever teased her, because as he rightly mentioned that there are, unless and until you ask, people are not going to speak. Children won't be speaking. So I'll definitely go back and ask her once as to if she is facing that challenge, and probably like my other fellow members, we would be able to raise a confident and Yes. Once she grows up, and would definitely would want to bring her once she turns 16 to all these platforms wherein she can also interact and get to know about the challenges which others are also facing. So that's it.
I'll just add one point as ma'am said that हम बच्चों से पूछेंगे लेकिन हमें बच्चों को ये भी समझाना है कि तुम स्पेशल हो, तुम अलग हो, तुम में कोई कमी नहीं है। उनमें वो हीन भावना कभी भी ना आना दे। उन्हें ये समझाएं कि तुम यू आर वेरी ब्यूटीफुल, वेरी टैलेंटेड, जो आप करना चाहते हो, जिस फील्ड में जाना चाहते हो आप जाओ। दूसरे बच्चे अगर हंस रहे हैं वो उनकी कमी है। अपने बच्चों में कॉन्फिडेंस भरिए और उनको वो प्यार से बस जब पालेंगे पोसेंगे तो उनमें जस्ट मेक देम अ कॉन्फिडेंट इंडिविजुअल, दैट विल रियली हेल्प।
Rajiv, if we may hear from you now, please.
Thanks. First, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, thanks. So, you know, when my son Vedant was born in 2002, it was also a premature delivery. So that time, and it was emergency delivery. So, you know, for us, it was like there were other problems and we had not heard of Cleft. My first reaction when I heard and saw him was that maybe because he's premature, that's why Cleft happens. So anyway, I went and checked on internet. That time internet had started coming up. And since I was working in an IT company, we anyway had a decent access. And then I realized that this is something which has nothing to do with his being premature, and also understood what the challenges will be there. So we actually prepared ourselves quite well. The interesting thing is that in our journey, it was just one of the things you need to solve. Yes, there is a problem. It's a solvable problem. So let's just solve it. It never came up. It never came up in any discussion, even with him. Of course, his first few surgeries happened when he was a baby. But then he had to go through extensive dental process. And we told him, yeah, you had this cleft, and because of that, you have to go through it. It was a very routine, matter of fact discussion with him. I think fortunately, he goes to a school which is a very inclusive school. They bring in the school, in the regular class, they have people with various kind of, you know, physical challenges as well. And even people who are, let's say, attention deficit syndrome and stuff like that. So since the school was inclusive, I don't think he faced any issues in school. He grew up very well. He grew up very confident, extremely bright kid, very, very popular in school. In his batch, he was probably the most popular child. When he was 18, and he's right now studying in US. And before he was to go to US, I asked him that, you know, his nose is still a little crooked. And I asked him कि तुमने ये एक final surgery है, करानी है क्या nose को straight करने के लिए? So he thought about it for a while, and he says, no, I've got so used to it. I think it's okay. I can live with it. That gave the confidence that, you know, he's gone past. He doesn't see himself with that lens at all. And to us, that was the, I think, the biggest way to know that he's very, very comfortable with what it is. So yeah, for us, it didn't matter that he had cleft. It was just one of those things which happened.
I think that's great. I think each one of your testimonies, I think it just goes to prove what I started with, that parents' love is really unwavering and has absolutely no bounds. And, you know, they will do everything for their children. हर मुमकिन कोशिश एक माँ और पिता अपने बच्चे के लिए करता है. एक आखिरी सवाल आपसे जाने से पहले ये पूछना चाहूंगी कि आपके क्या मैसेज देना चाहेंगे कि किस तरीके से जो हमारे यंग पेरेंट्स हैं या हमारे यूथ हैं जो आगे जाके भी पेरेंट्स बनेंगे, उनको क्या मैसेज देना चाहेंगे आप कि कैसे अपने बच्चों में क्या इंस्टिल करें, क्या मैसेज होगा आपका? Maybe we'll start with you, Monica, and then Jatin and Himani, and then Rajiv. Thank you.
One main point is कि सबको ये समझना है कि एक बहुत नॉर्मल सा इशू है, फ्रैक्चर भी हो जाता है, हम लोग खेलते खेलते बच्चों को फ्रैक्चर हो जाता है तो उसको भी हम ट्रीट करते हैं. कोई लाइलाज प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, इट इज अ वेरी नॉर्मल थिंग, किसी को भी हो सकता है एंड इट इज जस्ट पार्ट ऑफ द सोसाइटी नाउ। और अपने आप को, जैसे मैंने पहले कहा, कोई भी हीन भावना ना आने दे बस।
My message to everyone is like it's a very एकदम ही common सी problem है जो किसी को कभी भी हो सकती है, and looks are not important as such. कभी भी किसी भी person को in general be, whether he is born with cleft or is not born with cleft, a normal human being should never be judged by looks. जो भी आपका एक internal beauty होता है, you should be known by your virtue and your good deeds. So that should be the message we should all inculcate in ourselves and our children as well. So good deed is what it matters in the end. If you're good at heart, everyone would love you and you would love yourself. It's not only the physical beauty that matters. So that's it.
And yes, Rajiv.
Yeah, I think my take is it's something which we should not discuss. कोई छुपाने वाली चीज नहीं है, और at the same time it's not can't be the center of the whole existence of the person. It is like, हाँ होता है, बहुत कुछ होता है जिंदगी में, मूव ऑन, अगर है ठीक है, प्रॉब्लम है, फिक्स हो गई है, एंड दैट्स इट। तो मैं कहूँगा कि इसको बहुत ज्यादा इट्स अ प्रॉब्लम टू बी फिक्स, जैसे कहा ईमानी जी ने कि फ्रैक्चर हो जाता है बच्चों को खेलते खेलते। आई नो, मेरा एक फ्रेंड है, उसके दांत टूट गए थे, वो अभी भी प्रॉब्लम करते हैं उसको। तो बहुत कुछ होता है, एंड यू फाइंड अ सोल्यूशन and you move on, and don't let it become the center of your life, and you can't let it define you.
Thank you so much. And I would like to just end probably by saying that we at Smile Train are really proud to be associated with each one of you here as well as sitting out there. And, you know, in this journey of ours, we should hope and plan that we not only provide comprehensive cleft care to children born with cleft, but we are able to instill the confidence in them and support them so that they socially integrate and they are, you know, cleft proud, contributing members of society. Thank you so much. Thank you.